Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Estância São Carlos with me, Seawaddy, here in Farming Simulator 22. It is a brand new morning here on the map, and we have completed the first of 2 weeding contracts that we had available to us. We completed one here on field 5. I'm just taking the weeder down to the next field, which is field 23. Get on with that contract. I will then go and do the fertilising contract that we took in the last video and make sure that is done, and we'll see what else is occurring. There is a couple of harvest contracts, so we might go and do some harvesting before month's end. Nice little farm setup over here. Yeah, and I'm still looking. Potential. For areas where I can buy and start building our actual farm operation, bearing in obviously mind that we currently owe a little bit of money to the bank man, and that we still have equipment that we have paid for. Stick to the right. But yes, lovely new morning here on the map. Lovely Sunday morning in real life as I'm sitting down and recording this one for you. Well, I wouldn't say Sunday morning, it's just gone 12 PM, so we are now officially Sunday afternoon. Feels like Sunday morning for me. Feels like I've just woke up. I probably look like I've just woke up. Honestly, I've been up for a little while, but I'm just tired. Just very tired today. It was a long day yesterday in real life for me, because we had a football match, an away day. It's quite a long day. Long day on the road more than anything. With bank holiday weekend traffic here in the UK. Bank holiday weekend, lots of people trying to get away for the extra days weekend, the 3-day weekend. Then there was a lot of traffic. Couple that with some major roadworks going on some of the motorways and stuff, and oh boy, did it get, was it long. Took over an hour longer than it should have done to have got to where we wanted to go. And then we just never really recovered from that, or it just didn't seem like got much time to do anything. I was hoping to record one of my lovely little match day vlog things, but that did not go plan either because of the weather and some other things. Which made it a little bit difficult, I think, for me yesterday. Yesterday was a very difficult day anyway for me yesterday, especially with travelling and that. I don't do travelling very well at all with my PTSD and anxiety, my medical conditions that I have, and then the fact that everything was longer yesterday as well. It just really didn't make things great for me. So I'm sitting down today to play some farm sim. Gonna do some content this afternoon. I'm gonna be putting the Formula 1 on in a little bit as well and watching at that. And then I'm gonna be on the multiplayer server tonight with Mr. Helgi and Flying Dutchman and anyone else that would like to join us. Yeah, that will be nice. So anyway, we get this weeding contract started. Hand over to our lovely little worker lady. Is it a worker lady or is it a worker man today? Might be a worker man today. Can be hard to tell sometimes. And then I can go. There we are. Fertilizer. I mean, I do not have access to this land. Oh, it's because I finished this field. That is right. Sorry. No, it's me being a numpty. I finished last night in the dark, and I was meant to move all the equipment. Finished when we finished the last 2 contracts, I was meant to move the equipment to the fields that I was starting on today, but I think at the end of the last recording session I'd recorded that much content because I'd done Court Farms, I'd done Estância, I recorded quite a bit of video last Monday. I think it was last Monday. And I just got to the stage where I was like, no, I'm done. I am spent. I need to have a break. I need to have a rest. So I didn't bother moving the equipment. So this morning, I loaded up and like, what's going on? Everything's in the wrong place. You all, though, have noticed my fertiliser spreader has changed. From that lovely little orangey thing that we had to this Caverland IX Trap T4. What I discovered the other day when I was spraying my own grass field was I was still getting the stripeys on the fertiliser. On the fertiliser spray, I was getting the stripeys. So just as a test, I got a different machine to see and prove to myself once and for all whether it's the equipment, the mod that's not working properly, or whether it's something in the map. Turns out it was the mod. The mod was doing stripeys. So I ended up getting the closest machine for the same price as the sprayer that I bought, which is the Caverland. And I sold mine back. So we've had an equipment change off camera, all above board, all legal. Nothing untoward went off. In fact, I'm probably more out of pocket now actually, because obviously I've lost money on the first sprayer and then I've had to buy this one. But it does seem like you don't get stripeys on the field, which is better for me, because it means now I can just throw the sprayer on a field in any direction I want, and I don't have to think about it. I don't have to worry about only travelling in certain angles for it to spray correctly. So yeah, my little tractor. We're doing field 6 up here in the top corner. That's going to be quite... Shouldn't take me too long to do this field. The weeding will take a little bit longer, obviously, and then we'll turn our attention to maybe one of the harvest contracts. I think there is 2 available currently. And we'll go and have a bit of a look and think how we're going to approach those. Right. Am I on the wrong field still? I'm on field 29. Yeah. Sorry. Oh boy, you can tell I'm not really with it today, folks. 2 fields now I've started to spray that's incorrect field. Oh boy. I'm glad I'm recording this so you can see that I have the same problems as other people as well. And that sometimes real life makes it a little bit hard to do things. And get a little bit scatterbrained. So it's not this field either, from what I understand. That's field 7. So we've literally just swapped over the 2 machines. We have the weeder's gone to one end of the map, and then the sprayer's come back. Right, this is the field. This is the field. This is the field. Now we're in the right place. There we go. So hopefully it won't take too long to do this job, although we'll probably burn through some liquid fertiliser. I think I have a pallet still over at the store. If not, I will buy some. Still, tractors does struggle a little bit though. The Kverlin machine is a little bit bigger. The actual physical unit of machine, therefore, weighs a little bit more than the one that I previously had, so it does now struggle a little bit to pull it. But when it gets going on the right, you know, level, it's quite quick at what it does. Just need to avoid, if you can, driving it straight up and down hills. Wherever possible, work sideways across the slope. Yeah, fertilising's going good. Nice March morning. What we want to see. Like I say, slowly then get these jobs out of the way, then we can just focus the last 3 days of the month on the harvesting contracts, which will obviously take up more time. Contract on field 6 is already 20% completed. Nice. Getting plenty of spray down. There I am, just chilling out on my little Massey. Nice early morning. fertilising, whilst the weeding is being taken care of on the other field. I'm saying I will do this spraying job myself, because again, I don't want to pay. We've spent a lot just recently again on worker wages, trying to help me get multiple things done, particularly pertaining to my own grass field, which will at some point repay for itself, repay me for all the workers I've used to get that field ready. But what we have to also think about is, obviously, whilst we're spending money, making as much ground, and I would like to make more ground, make gains as it were, because like I say, next step I want to get an area where I can operate out of myself, where we've got sheds to put vehicles and equipment in, where we've got sheds to put bales and stuff in, you know, whilst we're waiting. Like if I'm doing silage bales on my grass field, I need somewhere to store the bales whilst they're fermenting. I'm going to need some location on my map where I can put everything. Because I can't really use the shop car park for much longer. Certainly not for farming enterprises. Can't use that as a bale store. I'm sure the customers would complain. Bit of a foggy, misty start to the day. Here in March, but should brighten up quite nicely. About halfway through this contract now. It's even better for me. I feel like I'm going to need to have some Wraith energy soon. In fact, actually, I might need both bottles, so I'll get those ready. When I finish recording this video, I'll go and mix up 2 bottles, and then that should keep me satisfied for the rest of the afternoon then. Shouldn't it? As well as provide me with enough energy for tonight when I get on the multiplayer server with Helgi and the other guys. It's a good server at the minute. Really enjoying the server play. The multiplayer aspect. A good crack, as they say. Good laugh. I think it's a new month. I think we've just started a new month at the end of Friday's session. But tonight it'll be interesting to see what jobs we've got available to us. I'm sure there'll be some harvesting contracts and other things, which will be nice. Because recently on that map we bought a second harvester, so now we can have two guys can be harvesting at the same time, which is very useful because that map has some big fields. But the problem we had originally was that the two harvesters were slightly different capacities. They also had different size headers, which made it a little bit difficult to work the field between them. I've now fixed half of that problem by making sure that both harvesters have the exact same model of header. So got rid of the header, all the headers, and bought two like-for-like ones. So now both guys can be driving pretty much next to each other on roads with GPS, using the same GPS course, and they can just turn around at the end and carry on. And it's not gonna, they're not gonna have to keep resetting GPS and stuff, which would be nice. Capacity-wise, that's still always going to be a little bit of a thing. Obviously, the John Deere X9 that we started with on the map in our fleet of equipment is always going to have a slightly bigger and better tank capacity than the second harvester that we bought, which isn't an X9. But I don't think it's terribly noticeable now. On the original configuration that I bought the harvester in, it was more noticeable. There was about 4,000 litre difference between that and the X9, which caused problems because you had to keep that machine emptied. You had to keep that machine emptied, otherwise it would hold up the X9 and block the X9. Whereas at least now, by taking it back to the workshop and configuring it, changing settings on it, we've got it to within a couple of hundred litres of the X9 by putting one of the fancy mods extension hopper things on it. So hopefully that cures that issue. That'll cure that issue for me. Right. I want to be in a good position to capture a lovely screenshot of me doing my fertilising contract. There we go. I mean, I'm pretty certain this contract is probably finished, completed at this point. But we'll definitely finish the field off. Yeah, contract on field 6 is now complete. Okay. And we've achieved maximum discount for Clifford. Even better. So yeah, the reason why I'm recording content today on a Sunday, which I don't normally do. Normally Sundays is a streaming day for me. Streaming afternoon. But of course it is bank holiday weekend, as I mentioned, here in the UK. Which means tomorrow, Monday, is not a normal Monday. It's basically another day's holiday. Public holiday, so... there is a football match tomorrow. There is also a supporters club meeting tomorrow. So I'm not going to be here for the afternoon and evening, really, tomorrow. So if I was to record content tomorrow, I would only literally have, like, tomorrow morning available. So I thought I'd best record some content today, get some of my workflow for the week done, and get onto and get all my content recorded that I need to record this week to keep things scheduled as they are on the channel currently, because things are scheduled quite nicely with videos. Got lots of uploads done and ready, so I'm getting in front of myself again, which is nice. And I feel like I'm going to need to be in front of myself because my friend, the Leeway, who does streaming also, who is a fitness streamer, and they are now partnered with Kit, actually like proper fully partnered. They are also going to be streaming more now because they've got a new PC this week. They've built a new PC this last week, so they're going to now start to do some gaming and stuff as well outside the hours of their normal fitness schedule, streaming schedule, which means I'm going to have a lot more moderating work to do. It also means that potentially I'm going to lose more time out of my own schedule for content and streaming, because I'm going to need to be there doing that rather than focusing on my own platforms. So, difficult one, that. Anyway, head back to the store now. Harvesting is complete. Fertilising is complete. If there is a pallet there, we can refill this very quickly. And then we'll have a look and see which harvest contract we're going to start. Although, starting of harvesting might be next video, looking at the time on this one. We'll check in with the weeder, see how the weeder's getting on. Hopefully it hasn't run into any problems. This little tractor needs some fuel. The lock symbol. We'll get the little tractor some fuel. And we'll head back. It looks like I've got a bag of seed. Might be a bag of seed we've got over there. Do I have a seeder out somewhere doing something as well? Or is that just my imagination? $75. Well, no. Weeder seems to be going okay then. Perhaps I just brought the weeder back to the farm and my seeders back to the farm. Didn't think about refilling. Or maybe I did. $3,838 litres. We could have perhaps used that bag over here. There's only 200 litres left in it, so yeah, perhaps should have used that bag. Right, Weeder man is getting on nicely, doing the weeding. So we can have a look and see which contract we're going to do next. Oh, the sowing contract for field 15 with sorghum. We could do that. Oats and sorghum. Gianna Hartman. I think we'll do Gianna's contract. Slightly smaller field, I think. And we'll take that contract as well. We'll do the 2 contracts for Anna. That does mean... Tell you what we'll do. John Deere. Leave that for now. He can take over the seeding job. Can make a start on that. We'll refill. He can be doing the seeding. I'll borrow the Fent for the trailer. We want sorghum planting, don't we? I might just give this a quick rinse as well. Also get some fuel for our tractor. Nice clean, so when we rock up to do this job, we actually look presentable. And give the tractor a quick rinse. Right. Let's go. Field 15. That is going to be right down at the bottom, I think, of the map. But we will get there, ladies and gents. Right. I will say at this moment in time, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this episode. Really hope you've enjoyed it. I will see you in the next video in a couple of days' time, when we will be cracking on with both of these contracts. And, yeah, seeing how the rest of the month goes here in March. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Wadding. This has been the Estância São Carlos map in Farming Simulator 22. Take care of yourselves, stay safe, goodbye.